Welcome to my channel. This is Toyotero at Old School Yoda. And today we are going to be working on this beautiful 1987 Toyota MR2 Señor Dos Baby Jr., aka Águila Blanco. There we have it. The first thing we got to do to this car is that we got to wash this car, because I'm not the type of person that works on cars this dirty. I don't like it. Absolutely not. We're going to clean this car up, and we are going to start today by lowering these headlights so they're not in our way. So you come over here and there's this cap. If you still have yours, it's that cap right there. Let me come this way, and let's see here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this knob right here. We're gonna turn it, and let's see if they come down. Yeah, they're coming down. It's gonna take about an eternity. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring both of them down. And so we're gonna do the other one. And replace the cap. Okay, now we're going to lower it. And now we can clean and get this car ready for work. Let's take it a shower. Here we have half of Mr. 2 Jr. Águila Blanco. Ahí tenemos a Águila Blanco. Ahí emblanqueció un poquito. Vamos a ver, emblanqueció un poquito. La diferencia. Half of it clean, half of it dirty. Half of it clean, half of it dirty. Ahí lo tenemos, mi gente. El Toyotita. Con los stickers de Toyogar de factoría. Ahí estamos. So that's like half and half. Now we got to do the other side. Once we get it cleaned up, then we're going to do an inventory of what's inside this car, and we're going to start checking to see what really this car's what does it need to get it running. So we'll be right back. Well, there we have it. There is the beautiful 87 MR2. Somewhat clean. The initial wash shows, a whole different car. But, this car's going to need a wax, and it's going to need to be painted at some point. But it seems to be original. Like the paint seems to be original. I'm going to go ahead and dry them windows and try to dry it out as much as I can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do an inventory on this car today. Like I said, that's the next thing. So there you have it. A little soap, little water. Don't hurt nobody, as they say. Un poco de jabón, un poco de agua. No cuesta nada. Ahí está. Ahí lo tenemos. Got a spare tire back there, so I'm waiting on somebody that's going to bring me the other wheel. And once they bring me the other wheel, I can put it on and put two tires on, because the right rear tire goes flat all the time. So there you have it. There he goes. And we're going to start that inventory here in a few minutes. And let's check it out. All right, inventory time. Let's see what we find inside its MR2. Center console. T-top covers. Radio bezel. Empty box. Don't know what's in here. We'll find out what that is. I don't know. Maybe it's a book. The other mirror. Clean rag. Miscellaneous bolts and broken brittle parts. One bolt. A whole seat. Woo! Dirty undercovers, cross member covers maybe, I don't know. They got oil on them, so they must be for the bottom, obviously. Itty bitty cross member. This is probably for the fuel tank, something. More dirty covers. Rats went to town. Battery. Another box unopened. Okay. Someone did not know how to take this car apart because everything's broken. Ashtray, all sorts of broken pieces, interior pieces. Bolts for the seat. All right. Wow, this is by far something very neat. Look at this. Clean. About the cleanest thing in this car. Owner's manual, possibly all the service booklets. We'll go through them later. think this goes on top of the fuel tank. All right, let's go on the other side. Let's do the driver's side now. Some cover. Another broken piece. Oh, the seat's loose, of course. Let's move it out of the way. Let's take the seat out of the way. I believe this seat has some rust in it. Alright, we got a seat. The track is rusted on it. I'll show you guys later. We got a assortment of bolts and springs and radiator hose clamps. I wonder where all this came from. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That part. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess there. More bolts and nuts. Center console out of the way, because obviously we're gonna have to go work inside the fuel tank area. So here's the front of the car where the spare goes. Here's the spare cover, which is in excellent shape. I never seen one of these MR2s this old with this cover still in there. I don't know if that's a rat nest, but we got a 25-pound dumbbell. And I see, okay, Toyota original, I see 3 hubcaps in here. Ah, man. That's 1, 2, and 3. We got 3 hubcaps. Oh, we got all of them. Here's the 4th one. Yay. All right. And we got the original Toyota equipment jack. And there's the tire. Half the tire iron. I don't know if the other piece is somewhere else. Okay. Master. There's the master right there. And there's the wiper motor right there. There's the hood. All right, let's go check the other side real quick, the passenger side. A bunch of money. Woo, I'm rich, baby. I am rich. All right, well, there you have it. There you have it. Unfortunately, I cannot get into the
Trunk area.
The trunk area. I can open the engine compartment, but I cannot open this back area here. Probably up to tomorrow. There's something with the key, but I'll get that fixed soon, and then I can see what's in the trunk. If any parts, I believe some parts are probably in there. And we'll figure that out. But for right now, what we're gonna do next is that we're gonna jack this car up, and we're gonna see exactly what's hanging, because there's something hanging underneath this car. I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely something hanging. And we're gonna jack it up, and then we're gonna do that inspection on the bottom of the car to see what's going on in there. All right, let's get that jack ready, and we'll be right back. We're back, and here is the back of the MR2, and we're gonna show you the underneath of this car. First of all, let's take a peek at this humongous, extremely long muffler. Comes around. Here's your catalytic converter. Then it goes back this way, and it goes up that way. We'll look at it in a minute. To the front pipe. This car has real toe adjustment right here. There's your tow bar right there. So it has real toe adjustment on it. Pretty neat. All right, let's look a little bit inside. The bottom, there we go. So we have, there's the flex pipe right there. Hold on a minute. Let me get some light over here. Got all this light here. All right, here we go. There's the flex pipe right there, and that's the front pipe going into the exhaust manifold. This is automatic. There's your old pan for the automatic transmission, an axle, and your strut right there. So as you can see, I don't know if you noticed yet, but all the AC lines just hanging out this car. Everything. There's the parking brake cross member just hanging out. The fuel tank's just hanging out. We're gonna go to the front now, but yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like on the bottom. There you have it. Let's go to the front now. Here we're in the front of the car, and we're gonna look at the front of the car right here. Let's see. So you can see the gas tank right there in the middle. It's just hanging out, and there's a cross member right there. This car right here. The tires are so dry rotted, man. This is just unbelievable. I mean, they're just, I don't know how old they are. Somebody put a new caliper on this side. There's the radiator hose right there. There's the other radiator hose right there. Alright, here we go. Alright, so that's one of the radiator hoses right there. Right there. That's an AC line right here. That's the front of the car. The AC condenser just sits right there. AC components. You can see there's a hump here. Let's see if I can get it better. This hump right here is where the spare tire sits. And in a minute, I'm gonna show you where the radiator is. Caster bar, lower control arm, ball joint, caliper, strut link for the sway bar. There's a sway bar right here. Front cross member. All right. Gas tank loose, falling apart, and cross member for the e-brake falling apart. Like I said earlier, somebody put a new caliper right here. It's a little bit of rust on this car. There's some rust over there, and I saw some rust on that side. I'll get closer. Like right here, just popping out right there in this area. It's popping out a little bit. Let's look at this radiator. Now we're totally underneath the car. There's the radiator. The radiator fans. The radiator fans are facing to the back of the car. That's the back of the car over there. So you can see there's the back of the car. There's the tank right there. And there's the rust that I was talking about earlier. This area right here, it's like it's cracked around there. The undercoating is kind of cracked, so it indicates there's rust pushing out. But yeah, that's the radiator. Sits all the way in the front. There it goes right there, cooling. There's a thermal switch right there. The other radiator hose. And this radiator hoses go all the way to the back of the car. It says rubber here and then via aluminum pipes all the way to the back of the car. You can see them. There's one right there. There's one right there, and then the other one's right here. There's the other one right there. So that's a quick overview of the bottom of this 1987 MR2 we got here. Project car, aka Águila Blanco Señor Dos Junior. And we'll leave this video right here for now. And I hope you enjoy this small video from Toyotero. Goodbye. So this is some of the items that I found inside the car. As we were doing the inventory, there's a brand new China-made oil pump. Pretty decent, good battery, or new battery, newer. It says 9 on 24. Booklets, factory booklets from 87. A whole timing belt kit, brand new timing belt kit. And it also is an evergreen timing belt. There we go, evergreen timing belt. GMB parts. Like I said earlier, this is what was inside the car. You know, some bolts, some pieces, bezels, you know, some roof, T-top covers, and so forth. So yeah, that was it. That's today's take on this MR2. We got a lot of work ahead of us. I didn't even pop the hood today. Let me go do that right now. Pop the hood for you guys. All right, so let's look inside this engine area, see what we find here. There's one thing that I do not see in here. We have intake boot hanging out. We have a cruise control. I will assume that's cruise control. I don't know, maybe that's not for the cruise control. But it's a bracket with a accelerator, airbox, some sort of airbox here. We got battery, cables loose. Oh, we got a decent looking fuse box cover there. Top strut mounts are there. I don't see the airbox. The airbox is gone. Here's the airflow meter. It's stuck down here. There's the airflow meter right here. Battery tray, plastic cover. Here's the clamp for the air hose. But yeah, this is a big project, guys. I love this 4AG engine. I love this Toyota. I'm old school Yota all day long. I love this car. So I'm missing that part. I don't see it. I hope we can find that. There's a couple of disconnected stuff all the way around here. So as you can see, give you a closer look here. You know, it's mostly complete. It's mostly complete. I haven't checked the oil yet. That cable is fried up, incredibly fried up. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll close it up for you guys. Let me see if I can close that up for you. Right here. that cable is fried up. Accelerator cable. That's gonna have to be repaired. There's a couple of loose things like this air hose. There's another one right here. There's that one. Radiator right here is loose. Radiator hose, coolant hose. Yeah, there it goes, guys. That's pretty much it. There's the airflow meter. I don't know if you got to see it earlier right there, and these pieces that were just laying around. We got to start somewhere with this project, so that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And Toyotero says, peace, goodbye.